Some mothers do have them, you know. And I got a right old cherry here. I'm ashamed to be a Brexit voter. It never occurred to me that my holidays would be affected. You're a third country. Of course your flipping holidays are going to be affected like any other third country. At least you got the 90 in every 180 days. He's a gardener, this geezer. His name's Thomas. And he's from Hertfordshire. And he's got a £43,000 farm. What? A £43,000 farm? You can't buy a farm for £43,000. Oh, you can in Italy. Because that's where it is. It's in Umbria. Yeah. And he was hoping to leave England. Because he says that England has gone to the dogs. But he's kind of... the worm's turned a little bit, which we'll get into in a moment. Meanwhile, he's trying to retrace his ancestry. His father was Italian. He might be able to get himself an Italian passport. At least that's what he thinks. But his father actually renounced his Italian citizenship when he first came to England and married an English woman. Made it easier, you see. So Thomas here is actually a British citizen. And now he's trying to find out whether or not he can get his Italian passport. It's possible. But he needs a lot of documentation also. He needs to go a long way back. Yes, he's trying to recover his lost Sicilian ancestry in order to get an Italian passport and ditch the UK one for good. He's had enough. Do you blame him? Well, actually I do, because he voted for Brexit. There's so many people out there, like Thomas, who just... Well, they come out of the woodwork, so I'm very sorry I voted for Brexit. I'm sorry I bugged your lives up, but I've also bugged mine up as well. I'm sorry, but I don't forgive you. No. Now, Thomas, which is not his real name, he bought his cosy old farm near Umbria town in Foligno for €50,000, about £43,000, 10 years ago. In hoping to enjoy his holidays whenever he wanted to. Yeah, well, he has been, and he's now having to use the 90 in every 180 days. Okay, fine, it's post-Brexit rules, you see. Yeah, but the problem is, he believed somebody. Yeah, he believed the words that was coming out of politicians' mouths, such as Michael Goves, that told everybody who had second homes abroad that it wouldn't affect them. You'd still be able to stay there, you know, all year round. You could live there if you want. Words to that effect. Or at least that's the impression that he was giving. He now says, well, Thomas now says that I could kill myself for being so stupid. I think we could kill you and all, to be honest. Oh! Obviously, not literally, no. Oh, so he says, my pro-Brexit vote has contributed to the mayhem the UK is in now. Okay, you woke up there, I suppose. It never occurred to me that my holidays in Italy could have been affected. He says something positive. That I think, oh, maybe you've got some humanity there. Then you say something that's very selfish. It's just about you. Now he feels very stupid, you see, for having believed in the utopia of sovereignty. Fed to him, he says, fed to him by politicians. He says he was lied to. They were telling you what you wanted to hear, so you were happy to go along with it. He's now trying to recover his lost Sicilian ancestry in order to get that Italian passport. Good luck with that. Well, there be these people, eh? Crikey. Now, he says here, though, look, he says, yet the most stupid thing is that, well, stupid thing of all, is that he was pushed by his mere love for nationalism. Who has mere love for nationalism? What is that? What does that even mean, really? For the idea of sovereignty, oh, he's explaining it now, of our great kingdom. He was harked back to the good old days when we had slaves, didn't we? Yeah, lovely, weren't it, eh? No, I don't think so either. Crikey. He says by the time he realised it was just poetry and rhetoric, he says it was too late. And now Thomas faces the hard consequences of his vote. And he's been visiting Sicily and what have you, trying to find all the documents and forms and stuff that he's been told that he needs. And he's kind of a bit unstuck. He can't find a birth certificate even for his father. So that's kind of scuppered him there, isn't it? Oh dear. He says he's embarked on a crusade to recover his Sicilian roots. His father was born in Syracuse and in Sicily, and migrated as a child to Hertford with his parents. But 30 years later, when he married a British woman, he renounced his Italian citizenship and became British, which made it easier to find a job. When Thomas was born, his parents registered him as a British citizen. Oh, well, I suppose that's it then, isn't it? Eh? Poor old Thomas, and now he's got a huge amount of hassle to try and recover his Sicilian roots. And even then, it might not be enough. No. So many people like this, Thomas, isn't they, coming out of the woodwork at the moment, telling us all that I've made a mistake. Then tells us, I made a mistake because it's affected me. I can no longer travel as I once did. I got my holiday home. Oh my giddy aunt, these people, they're painful. There's no helping some people, is there? Okay, he's woke up to some degree, but he's still the same geezer. He's still the same geezer going on about flipping sovereignty and nationalism and what have you, and it's, at the end of the day, it's the root of all his problems, because we're not an open society, and we should be. We've got open society, I mean a diverse society, and we should be. We are diverse in the sense that we have got diversity, but not everybody accepts it. So we haven't really got diversity, have we? We don't accept it. Not everywhere in the UK is like Central London, for instance. You know. It's nuts. Quite a shame, really, isn't it, what we've done to ourselves. So anyway, what say you? Do you know somebody just like this, Thomas? Please leave it in the comments down below. How do you feel about Thomas? Should we say, open arms, forgive you, Thomas, love you, Thomas? In some ways I want to, I really do. I want to say, okay, you made a mistake, I get it. He might be a really lovely guy and that, but he's really got to get away from this nationalism. It's part of the problem, you see. I think he was just being told what he wanted to hear by these so-called politicians and Brexit prophets. And he went along with it because he liked the sound of it. And now he doesn't like it because it affects him personally. Selfish. Well, there you go. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave in the comments down below. And if you want to support the channel, please boot the old like button here. Or you can do Patreon or Bars Coffee, and the links are down below. Because I couldn't do the channel without your support. I really can't. Especially how shit the chance doing at the moment. Oh my god. Oh, dear, look at the stats in a minute. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. Ta-ta.